Greetings, welcome back to Kerno EXP. So this video we're at Kennel Vale and we're walking down towards remains of the old buildings. Now we're trying out our new torch, which is the Olight Seeker 3 Pro. So in a minute I turn it on to turbo and I think you'll be amazed on how bright it really is. Now, this location holds a lot of mystery and a lot of history. Our friends at Ghost Adventures of Cornwall have been here a few times, and he's captured some first-class paranormal activity, folks. Now, some time ago, me, Mark, and his colleague Haley went to the witch's house, which is situated in these woods but at a distance. So here's the new light. This is turbo mode, and what do you reckon? I'm so impressed with it, folks. It's absolutely amazing. The greenery is really popping out. You can see the greenness, and yeah, it's magic. So we did do a version of this video in night vision. I've had to dub in this audio because I was swearing like a trooper, so we don't always like for everybody to hear me swearing. I don't know why I was swearing that particular time. This was filmed on Friday, the 6th of the 5th, 2022 at, I think it's about 11 p.m. Making mistakes. Look at all the bluebells. Bluebells everywhere at the moment have popped out, and it's just looking magic. It really is. Such a magical time of the year. So we're walking down through the woods now. So this was Gunpowder Works, and the remains of the mills are still in situ. There's one up near the bridge, and the original cogs are still in situ. And remains of the water wheel are still there, which is amazing. Real sense of history. Now, up the northern part of this woods, where the public generally don't go, there is some other bits and pieces from the mill which are still in situ. And there is one grinding house with part of the roof still on, and lots of wheels and apparatus still in situ. We will go back again at a later date to do a follow-up of those buildings, because I haven't done that for a long time. Now, the other torch we got there is an Olight Warrior X Turbo. There you go. And it sends a beam 1,000 meters, which is absolutely amazing. So I don't tend to use that one a great deal. I don't know why, but it just doesn't really come out. Now, there's a building there on the left. This is part of the original Gunpowder Works. This is probably where the office was and the manager would have been and stuff like that. I'm guessing. I don't really know. So in a minute we come across some other remains which are quite interesting. So the weather's been fairly good of late. So it's been fairly kind. Now, we were going to go to a different location, but we got to the location and we got spooked off, basically, because I was hoping for a complete blackout, but there was people walking around, and I think it might have been dog walkers or something like that, and we decided to leave it for another date. We will be going back to this other location. I don't want to say too much more about it because you know, we just want to keep it under wraps of when we do it, because we don't want anyone finding out where we are, and, you know, we don't want to get spotted, basically. So here we go. These are, I think this is the workshop area. There's like a garage area and various other buildings. I think there's an old forge right up the top there, which we'll see in a minute. There we go. Look, make a nice garage, a workshop, wouldn't it? So I think that dates from like the 50s, 60s, because it's brick and concrete blocks and what have you. Oops, sorry about that. We had a message then. This is a pre-record here, by the way. All right, somebody wants to send us a message. We'll get that in a minute anyway. So yeah, it started damping a bit last night when we was out. I don't know if we've passed the forge yet. The quarry is just on the left there, folks. Not really sure on how deep it is or anything like that. It is flooded right now, but I think when it was worked, it wouldn't have been flooded, would it? So this is the forge here on the right, I believe. Hopefully we turn the torch towards it, do we? No, we just walk straight past. Oh well, never mind. So we're walking down, and we're not far from the famous bridge where Ghost Adventures of Cornwall get a lot of activity. On this night, we head down, which is there we go. This is where the bridge is. Here we go, folks. Yeah. Right. So it's just over there, I believe. So that's the northern end of the site. So yeah, we go down here in a minute. Now I was feeling a bit spooked around there. It's definitely something there. This is where Mark gets a lot of activity on the various devices. So the mill, which is just the other side there, we can't see it, but it's basically dead ahead of the camera. That's where all the cogs are. So it's a bit of a survivor there, folks. Right, so we go down here now. Now, we set up the body camera. We leave the body camera by itself. And as I walked down, and we went... Actually, I'll point it out. So just down here, there's like an embankment each side. And I heard like a man's voice. It was bloody weird. There you go. So there might have been like a small bridge going over the top of that there in front of us, but we're panning over that way. I heard something over there as well. I don't know what that was. So yeah, there we go. We heard a man's voice around here, which is a bit weird. And then later on, as we went down, I heard a woman's voice, which was very strange. So this place is spooky. There's not many people that will walk in there at night time as late as what I was, because it was closer. I think it was about 11:30 at night. So, you know, balls of steel, folks. So impressed with the torch. I've got it here with me now. It was not cheap. You know, nothing these days, folks. If you want something good quality, you've got to pay for it. So the Olight Seeker 3 Pro, and I chose orange because it stands out, and at night time you're going to keep your eyes on it, if you know what I mean. Because we've always got more than one torch. This night we was rocking 3 torches. We had the obviously the Seeker 3. We also had the Array 2, which is a head torch. And also we was rocking the Warrior X Turbo. And this is where we're going to set up the body camera. So potentially it might have captured paranormal. I don't know. So when I upload the infrared video, you'll have to be aware there is swearing in it. And if you don't like swearing, or if you're a sensitive disposition, then I'd suggest you don't watch it, because we do swear sometimes, folks. I know I've got a lot of new subscribers, but you've got to be aware that we do swear, all right? So I will put a disclaimer in that video when I release it. I might release it on our other channel, to be honest, because that means it won't affect this channel so much. So I think that'll be the best bet. This is why I've dubbed in my audio now, because I was swearing like a trooper. So the new subscribers probably aren't used to that, so we'll try and keep it clean. Right, there we go. Body camera set up. So what we do now is we walk down towards the bridge right at the bottom, which is not far from the witch's house. So if you want to see the witch's house video, go over to Ghost Adventures of Cornwall. It's probably 2 or 3 months ago, probably February we did that. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it was February, or it could have been last year. No, it wasn't last year. It was this year. Yeah, okay. So we're walking down. Ooh. You know, if you want a paranormal experience, and I recommend Kennel Vale Woods at night. It's got to be after 10 o'clock, folks, because that's when it comes, just a different vibe, totally different vibe, you know. Yeah. So yeah, I could feel that there was presence around me. It was like a cold sensation going down the back of the spine. But yeah, I did pick up on. Whoops, sorry about that. I did pick up on like voices. It could have been the water, but I don't know. I think it was paranormal. Pretty sure of it. So we're still walking down. We'll get to the bridge in a minute. The thing is, right, water like that, it creates energy and it gives spirits the energy to interact with the living. So, you know, I think this is why Mark gets a lot of activity down there, because of the energy of the water. It is it's a different world down there. It really is. Anyway, going back to the torches, awesome, folks. Well impressed, especially with that Seeker 3. So it is the bridge. There we go. So just past the bridge on the left, there is some remains of other buildings. I think that was more office or something like that, or maybe a crib hut, something like that for the workers. But the gunpowder works there, they did actually blow up, and I think, is it 2 or 3 people were killed, some young lasses, because they would have had women in the mill. And yeah, it exploded. So there is that energy there, you know. But there's more than one mill. There's probably about, hang on, let's count it a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's probably about 6 or 7 mills along that valley by the river there. So I think what we'll do at another time is at night we'll walk down through the mills. I think that'll be good. We did do that some time ago, but that was at dusk. This is probably last year, I expect. So we're going to be doing some more paranormal research, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be working with Ghost Adventures of Cornwall again. Not really sure on the timings of that, but it might just be the case that if he's local, I'll just bob along, basically. But yeah, there's a lot of mystery around places like this, you know. There's another, obviously the gunpowder works, when it finished here, it moved over to Hale Towns, and there was a massive explosion there as well. I think it was, I don't know if it was between 1920 and 1930, I think it was. And the explosion was that intense, it smashed the windows over in St Ives, which is probably about a 2 or 3 mile radius across the ocean, basically. Which is amazing, the shockwave, you know. I think it was prior to World War II, so it could be around the time of World War I. So we're looking for the body camera, and we've just found it, and you just see it glowing there. So I'm looking forward to reviewing that footage, because I'm not sure if I've captured anything or no. It's possible we have. I need to check the camera out, basically. I haven't actually done that yet, so we will do that. So now we're heading back up. So I did hear like weird like noises around here. I couldn't really distinguish what it was. So unless the other cameras picked it up, I don't know. So anyway, that's the end of the video. I really do hope you enjoyed it. We're going to be back at it again, possibly tomorrow evening. If not, then back out flying the drone on Monday. Anyway, please subscribe, please like the like button, and we'll see you again soon. Cheers and gone, folks.